is good, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So the movie we are closing this coming of age month out with was recommended by my friend Kyle. It is currently available for streaming, I believe, on Roku, but also if you search it on YouTube, it is free. Brighton Beach Memoirs is directed by Gene Saks and stars Jonathan Silverman and Blythe Danner. It was written by Neil Simon. Now, I usually don't mention the writer, sometimes I do, but it's important in this case because Neil Simon's style of writing gives you the tone of the movie. Now, he is a Broadway writer, primarily wrote a lot of screenplays for Broadway that have been adapted into movies. The Odd Couple is probably the most famous of his, and my favorite one is The Goodbye Girl. But as far as movies, I don't watch any plays, but as far as movies go, Goodbye Girl is my favorite. But he blends a very, like, a wholesome vibe, like almost like a Leave It to Beaver type feel in this movie, like that type of atmosphere, but he removes all the fakeness of Leave It to Beaver, where characters, you know, oh, everybody's all nice all the time. And like the biggest thing, the problem that somebody does is they skip like football practice. He removes all that and he adds an edginess to that, where characters curse, characters are honest with each other, and characters are real. So the main character and narrator of the movie's name is Eugene. Eugene lives in 1937, Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, New York, with his family. And the movie takes place primarily within the household, and it's all about the interactions within the characters. So the best way I can go over the movie is to kind of describe all the characters. Now, it takes place in 1937, as I mentioned, in New York, so you have the New York accent, but you also have this traditional Jewish family, so they have their own way of speaking with each other as well. So it combines all those things together and gives you a little window into that world. Now, the old school aspect of it is, it's where the man goes to work, he works 2 jobs, and his dad is a hard worker, works 2 gigs, doing what he can to take care of his family, doesn't complain, and when somebody comes to him for advice, he's just very straightforward and honest. No fluff, just very straightforward information. Now, I like that with a person. Now, is there times where you need fluff? Yeah, but if you ask me, would I rather have somebody give me straightforward and honest, or give me a bunch of filler? I'm gonna want the straightforward and honest information. His brother works at a hat store, just like a little startup job, but his brother is encountering something in his life early on where he stands up for a coworker who his boss was being racist to, and then his boss kind of puts his job on the line. And he comes to his dad with this, and his dad, again, very straightforward, honest information. What's more important to you at this time, your money or your dignity? And I love that juxtaposition. I thought the dad was gonna go one way, but he totally didn't. You know, you're that age, you know, you start compromising your morals, it's just a slippery slope downhill. And now his dad works 2 jobs because his aunt and his cousin live with him. Now his aunt, very traditional, stay at home, follow the rules, women, she's looking for a husband because her husband, she's been widowed, her husband died. So her primary goal in life is just find a man because that's where she sees her value. Now her daughter is on the opposite side of that. She's like 17 years old, and she has got an offer to work on Broadway. Now imagine being that age, you got an opportunity to go into creativity, but your mom is very old school. She doesn't think that's gonna work out. You're a woman that's you're gonna fall flat on your face doing that. But she sees an opportunity, and it's an interesting dynamic between mother and daughter in that, you know, mom is projecting her life onto her daughter. This is something that of course has been done before, but seeing it in this dynamic, in this time frame, I liked. Now mom, or Eugene's mom, very honest, strict. She's kind of the enforcer of the rules at the house. And even though the dad is, he's the patriarch of the house, the mom is the enforcer. She's the one that does all the disciplining and that has the final word in that. Now Eugene, our main character, is my favorite one of the group. He's about 14 years old, 15, something like that. Early in high school, you get that vibe. And his character sums up why the movie is good, and it's a fun little movie to watch because it shows how no matter, almost takes place 90 years ago, 85 or so years ago, I guess. I'm not good at math. 85 or so years ago, yet it's a realistic teenage boy. He's obsessed with girls. He goes to his brother for all these questions about girls. He has a girl that lives across the way that he tries to watch Catch and Get Undressed every night. That's typical 14, 15-year-old boy stuff. He curses, not of course in front of his parents, but behind their back. He's into baseball. He loves the Yankees. That makes sense. And his creativity, his outlet is writing. Now the movie's semi-autobiographical, so Eugene is based on Neil Simon, who wanted to be a writer. Now Eugene's character also wants to be a writer, go to college. So you have all this group of kids, and that's pretty much who the movie's about, is these 3 kids. that range from about ages 14 or 15 to probably about 18 or 19, his brother, and the girl's right in the middle. And the parents are of this time trying to give the best advice, but they also don't want them to be unhappy, because if you're forced to do something you don't want to do, you end up being happy and then resenting that person later on. But yeah, the interactions between these characters is great. It's very lighthearted. It's very real. It's got a lot of funny moments. There's, it's just my favorite part of the movie. There's two parts. One is when Eugene's brother gets fired, and his sister, or his cousin, I'm sorry, comes to the family the same day and is basically saying, bringing this news and asking for advice. Now, Eugene's just there as an observer. He's a fly on the wall. And his observations and his delivery is very funny. There's a scene in the movie where he gets caught taken by his cousin, which is super awkward, super weird. But yeah, the movie sums up that time very well. And like, I love that I actually don't know if it takes, does it sum up that time well? I feel like it does. I feel like it gets the vibe well. But more importantly, what I'm saying is, no matter what, even if it was 90 years ago, some types of, at certain ages in our lives, we're all the same. We're all going through the same thing, no matter what. And it's kind of refreshing, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, in their own way and of their time, they were going through the same thing. Obviously, technology changes, everything progresses, but, it captures the pain of being a teenager and, going through those things of your first job very well, encapsulates it. And I feel like it gets the New York vibe very well. New York, Neil Simon's from New York, so he gets that. It's part one of a 3-part trilogy. Again, if you search it on YouTube, it'll come up. Thank you, Kyle, for the recommendation. I greatly appreciate it. Good call. This is a movie I hadn't seen before. Starting next month, as I mentioned, we will be doing Christmas movies, holiday movies. This movies you watch during that time of year, kind of got that family wholesome vibe. But trust me, it's gonna have my edge to it. I'm not doing just all your happy ending Christmas movies. I'm gonna mix it. That's gonna be too boring for me, so we're gonna mix in a little bit different stuff. But guys, again, thank you for your time today. I greatly appreciate y'all. Take care, be well, and have a great rest of your day.